Boomer Ranger Ron. Welcome. We've arrived in Paris. The ladies are right here looking at the beautiful Eiffel Tower. And this is the River Seine, which will be going on a river cruise in 2 days. We'll be going down to Normandy. So we've arrived early. We had a limousine drive us to AMA Waterways on the river. And we just took a walk in a beautiful garden. You'll see some footage on that shortly. And the famous balloon that goes up and down on a fairly regular basis. Anyhow, this is our ship, and it's the AMA Lyra. It's the AMA Lyra, and the ladies are watching the balloon go up again.
Not to ride.
I don't want to go on it.
Nor do
Just get
I.
air sick before I get boat sick.
I want to do one someday, but so anyhow, we're gonna see if we can go in and have a light lunch, or just maybe eat something very light, drink a sparkling water. Anyhow,
I find it adorable.
are you enjoying my comedy routine?
I am.
All
Maybe
right.
some sparkling water.
I want a Chablis so badly, but it's only 11:15. It's only 11:15. Yeah.
But you don't ask me.
This is our gracious crew. Already welcomed us. They've already checked our luggage. They'll bring our luggage into the room probably around 2 o'clock. But
I saw that already.
the beautiful entrance to the AMA Lyra, which was the same ship we took down the Danube 5 years ago, and it looks in magnificent shape.
All the way down.
We're killing some time. We dropped our luggage off at AMA Waterways at the AMA Lyra, and around 12:30, 1 o'clock we'll go back for some light lunch and some cocktails. Our room is going to be ready about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Right now we're just admiring the absolute beauty of these French gardens and these plantings. One of the most beautiful things I think I've ever seen in a So I jumped ahead a few days on this cruise, all the way toward the end, because I was anxious to share with you our experiences in visiting the Normandy battlefields.
So this place is beautifully maintained thanks to the gardeners, but first of all thanks to you. Your taxes are used to maintain such places. I will try to go the side of the road so I can take pictures. And
We're about to enter the American Cemetary in Normandy at Omaha Beach. Stay tuned. Those are the landings. So I have to tell you, it's hard to imagine nearly 10,000 soldiers buried at the American Cemetery. It's a real statement of freedom's not free. Someone has always fought for it. Hope you understand that. Signing off. This embattled shore for all freedom is forever hallowed. are the seals of valor of the sacrifice of our fellow countrymen.
Excusez-moi, les personnes qui vont porter la gerbe. Alors, il y en a deux. Oui, d'accord. Bah écoute, il n'y a pas besoin de s'attendre. Voilà, donc il faut que les gens se mettent derrière, sur les côtés, voilà, c'est parfait. La gerbe se dit ici ou un peu la gerbe. Magali pour Chloé, test. Voilà, parfait. Tu vois là, c'est pour éviter que les gens. Vous avez tout le monde est là? Oui, tout le monde. D'accord.
We're about to play the national anthem and the taps.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all hear me well? Oh, okay. So welcome to the Normandy American Cemetery on behalf of the American Battle Monuments Commission and our superintendent, Mr. Desjardins. We are here in this very special place, located on another very special place, Omaha Beach, that saw the largest amphibious invasion in history 80 years ago on 5 Norman beaches, that one being the deadliest, getting its nickname of Bloody Omaha due to its very high casualties there. And this is why after the war, the US will decide to have their permanent cemetery built right here, so that we do not forget. We do not forget what happened here. We do not forget the sacrifice of all those men and women who selflessly went to war and were ready to make the ultimate sacrifice. And we are here today to honor and commemorate those who did not come home and are now buried.
Getting ready to play the national anthem.
Can you hear her? We keep the free channels.
Sorry about that. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
You have it back. Okay. So we are here today to honor and commemorate those people buried here because the families had the choice after the war. Those who died in Normandy and in any theater of operation overseas were given the choice to bring their loved one back home or to leave them where they fell. About 40% of the families will choose to have their loved ones buried here, so far away from home. But the American Battle Monuments Commission made the promise to those families that their graves would be maintained to perfection and forever. And this is why this is a very special place, far away from home, but they're not forgotten, far from it. And great care is still given to them. And thanks to your visit today, we are making sure they are not forgotten. 9,389 resting here, plus the missing, those whose bodies were not recovered or identified, who are also honored here on the wall of the missing, right behind myself, right behind this statue. This statue, called the Spirit of American Youth Rising from the Waves, symbolizing the fact that most of them came from the sea and also that so many of them were so young. And this statue now faces those graves so that we do not forget. Thank you for being here today. Thanks to your presence and an increasing number of visitors, even though it took place 80 years ago now, they are not forgotten. So right now, in order to pay homage to them, I'm going to ask you to turn and face the flags and the graves, and we are going to play the national anthem.
laying of the wreath. And dedicated to Edgar Dietz' uncle, Arthur Cole, the gentleman who laid the wreath's uncle. So we're at a German gunner's nest, and one of our brave soldiers threw a grenade in there and blew the place up pretty good. What we're going to see next is a big artillery, huge 88mm cannon.
Protected from the fact that it was not by the edge of the cliff and protected by the top, the roof of the
Steel reinforced concrete. The Germans fully anticipated an Allied invasion at some point along the Normandy coast, and especially their bigger generals, including Romney, had spent a great deal of time reinforcing the entire beachhead along 5 different beaches. Before you go, be sure to pick up a copy of When the Sea Came Alive, An Oral History of D-Day by Garrett M. Graff. It'll certainly make your visit a lot more entertaining and interesting.